Are the Packers and the Eagles about to die? Probably. This year, the NFL is going to Brazil, which I thought was a peaceful country because Jesus lives there. But it turns out Brazil is a lot more dangerous than I thought. We'll break down Josh Jacobs' comments about the dangers of the Packers international game. Plus, Justin Tucker is bulking up, Tua's slimming down, and the Eagles might be for sale. Welcome to Shut Up Football. I'm Jeff Stoltzfus, that's Kevin, and when it comes to the NFL, this is barely news. The Packers will start their season versus the Eagles in Brazil, a country known for its nuts and its wax jobs. Packers running back Josh Jacobs recently spoke about it on Chris Long's Green Light podcast.
They said that the part of Brazil we going to, you can't even wear green at.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Why?
They said, I guess something to do with the gangs and stuff. They said,
oh, dude, I'm not going. I'm not going.
They said, we're not going to Rio.
Why did the NFL send two teams whose primary color is green to Brazil? Didn't we learn our lesson after the Muppets incident? Actually, it turns out it was all a mistake. There are signs in Corinthians Arena saying green is forbidden because the Corinthians' main rival, the Pomeranians, wear green. Jacobs has since apologized, saying he was misinformed. It's perfectly safe to visit Brazil. In fact, according to a website, Brazil's homicide rate is at the lowest it's been in 10 years. It's less murdery every day. In preparation for the game, I've spent months learning Spanish so I can properly communicate with the fans. Unfortunately, I've only recently been informed they speak Portuguese there, so no me gusta. This will be the first NFL game played in South America, which leads us seamlessly into our new segment, Where the Fuck is the NFL Now? In an effort to spread the league everywhere, NFL games could literally be anywhere. This year, there will be multiple Monday night doubleheaders, 2 Friday games, 3 Thursday games in addition to the normal Thursday night football, 2 Saturday games, and 2 games on Christmas, which is a Wednesday. These will air on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Peacock in addition to the usual ESPN, Fox, and CBS. They're also playing internationally in England, Germany, Spain, Brazil, and oh my God, they're behind me right now, aren't they? The Brazil game will be Friday, September 6th on Peacock. The new kickoff rules may lead to some interesting changes in the game this year. Chiefs special teams coach Dave Taub said they're considering pulling Harrison Butker from kickoff duties.
I'd like to have somebody that can go back, is able to make a tackle. I mean, Butker is able to make a tackle, but I really don't want him making tackles all year long.
Kickers were estimated to be involved in about 25% of kickoff tackles in the XFL. Teams might not want to risk their specialists being lost to injury if they have a viable alternative that's also a better tackler. The Chiefs might opt for ex-rugby player Luis Reese-Zamet or safety Justin Reid. Reid took over for an injured Butker back in September of 2022, averaging over 63 yards per kickoff, and he had 5 touchbacks. He even converted 1 of 2 extra points. Ravens kicker Justin Tucker doesn't want to hear about a defensive player taking him off the field. He said he's been hitting the weight room and he's going to make sure he's ready to make some tackles. Tucker claims he put on nearly 4 pounds, or as I call it, dinner. Mike McDaniel has a thing for time.
Clock, 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 clock.
He wears a $20,000 limited edition watch that doesn't tell time because he permanently set it to 2:46, the time the Dolphins called to hire him.
Just watch.
And this season, he's back on the clock.
Every staff meeting I put at 7:24 or 3:24 or 5:24, the number 24. Okay? To you guys, it means nothing. That's how many years it's been since the organization's won a playoff game.
I love outside-the-box motivational tactics, but don't limit yourself to just time-related ones, Mike. Remind the players they don't want to be back in Arrowhead again with below zero temperatures by wearing a necklace made of the fans who had amputations due to frostbite. Tua felt motivated this offseason to lose weight. He didn't reveal just how much weight he'd lost, but it caused some to say he looked unrecognizable now. Holy cow, he does look different. Actually, this is the before and after, and I would not say he's unrecognizable as much as he is still very much recognizable. If you told me that the one on the right was the after photo, I wouldn't fight you. I guess leave it to those closest to him to describe it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, when I see Tua at the Pro Bowl, I was kind of scared. Dude was fat as It was fat, it was chubby. I was like, hold on now. Bruh, hold on, bruh. Like, what's that stuff with everybody taking? Ozempic? He had to be taking that, bruh.
I miss chubby Tua, man. I ain't gonna lie.
The child known as Baby Gronk, whose real name is I Don't Give a Shit, has committed to Texas A&M. If you're familiar with Baby Gronk, you might be thinking, didn't he just commit to Ole Miss and Kentucky and Louisville? Yes, yes, and yes. He's committed to over a dozen schools in the last month. And yes, I understand that this is not actually the child's doing. His father runs his accounts, and it's all in the name of self-promotion, but in doing so, it's hard not to view his posts as anything other than comical. His dad is spinning more stories than novelist Philip K. Dick, so I guess you can call him Baby Dick. And you better be careful out there, Baby Dick, because someone with bad intentions could easily hijack that idea and run with it. I mean, really, the possibilities of where he could play are endless. Baby Gronk currently has 323,000 subscribers on YouTube. Oh, really? Fuck. And 521,000 followers on Instagram, which seems really frickin' weird. What grown-ass men are following Baby Gronk? Back in my day, there was a name for people who followed young boys. Priests. The Vikings have unveiled their new alternate uniform. Dubbed as the Winter Warrior, it's the whitest uniform I've seen since January 6th. Whether it be staring doe-eyed and expressionless like a baby deer about to hit a Mack truck, or taking a dump in Princess Elsa's ice castle, these are sure to be the hottest uniforms of the season, even though they claim to be the coldest. I admit, they do look pretty sweet, but they do share most of the traits of a blank piece of paper. Rydell showed the magic behind the making of the helmet. Spray paint, duct tape, stickers, rub one out, screw it, fart on it. I could totally make one of these. Since the reveal, the reaction has been very positive, unlike the New York Giants' new throwback uniforms, which are a kaleidoscope of pain. Flesh color was a bold choice for pants. They actually found a way to make Daniel Jones look worse than simply watching his game film. I love a good throwback uniform, but the best thing you can say about these is flammable. Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie is looking to sell a minority. Oh, stake in the Eagles. That was close. According to Bloomberg, Lurie is exploring the possibility of selling a small stake in the Eagles. I know one person who's definitely interested, Rob McElhenney, creator and actor from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Mythic Quest, co-owner of the Wrexham AFC, and an investor in the Alpine Formula One team. Unfortunately for Rob, the buy-in point might be out of reach. Though we don't know the size of the stake that might become available, the Eagles are currently valued at about $7.5 billion, which means even 1% would be $75 million. McElhenney's net worth is only about $50 million. Oh, McElhenney, you poor dumb bastard. Good news if you like shit on your football fields. The NCAA has given the green light for advertising logos on football fields. You're now allowed to put corporate logos at midfield and 2 more spots near the 25-yard lines. Because nothing says pure college athletics like a giant ad for Bob's Discount Catheters in the middle of your Saturday showdown. Why the change of, let's say, heart? Many Division I schools expect their budgets to be stressed due to the House versus NCAA settlement. If you're unfamiliar, it's an antitrust settlement of over $2.7 billion that needs to be paid out over the next 10 years to 14,000 former student athletes. It's basically NIL back pay. The NCAA itself is responsible for 40% of the settlement. The Power Conference schools are set to contribute 24%, but the smaller Division I schools are responsible for 36%. So prostituting the field for delicious advertising revenue would help them pay that off. There's even talk of advertising patches coming to the uniforms. Let the NASCARification of college football begin. Actually, it's not all that different from other sports like soccer. I'm surprised it took this long. Also, to be clear, this is only 4 regular season games. I assume because bowl games are already sponsored in their entirety by one source. What logos would you like to see on the field? Flamin' Hot Cheetos and Spanx? Crystal Pepsi and whatever jungle movie The Rock is in this week? You tell me in the comments. Don't just yell at your screen. I cannot hear you. Thank you for watching Shut Up Football. We do appreciate it. Please leave your comments below, like, subscribe, say hi to your mom for me, and we'll catch you next time. Peace!
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
I can't speak.